Hi students, welcome to history class. Before starting lesson, I am asking some questions from previous class. Who installed Shah Alam II back on the throne of Mughal Empire? The Marathas. When did first Anglo-Maratha war started? In 1775 to 1802. Between whom the first Anglo-Maratha war took place? Between the Marathas and the English. Which treaty ended first Anglo-Maratha war? Treaty of Salbai. Who killed Narendra? Raghoba. Why did Raghoba approached British for support? Because Maratha Federation brought Madhavrao II to the post of Peshwa. So, Raghoba approached British for support. Okay students, previous class you studied what are the causes and effects of first Anglo-Maratha war. Let's today's class we learn about Lord Wellesley and subsidiary alliance. Okay, ruling period 1798 to 1805, total 7 years rule. Okay, then Lord Wellesley brought subsidiary alliance policy into practice. So now we must study about who was Lord Wellesley. Lord Wellesley was a Governor General of English in India. Was a British in India. Lord Wellesley was a Governor General of British in India. Then when Lord Wellesley arrived in India, the expansion of British Empire became very fast. Okay, when Lord Wellesley arrived or visited India, expansion of British Empire become very fast. Okay, when Lord Wellesley entered India, then the expansion of British Empire become very fast. Why? At that point of time, the powerful states of Marathas and Mysore kings become weak. Okay, and expansion become very easy. Okay, why? Because at that point of time, powerful states, which are the two powerful states? Powerful states of Marathas and Mysore kings. Mysore kings had become weak. So, expansion of British Empire in India become very easy. Okay, in this way, Lord Wellesley he expanded British Empire in India very easily. Okay, here Lord Wellesley followed three policies into practice for expanding British Empire in India. Okay, Lord Wellesley followed three policies. Why? To expand British Empire in India. Which are those three policies? First one, subsidiary alliance. Subsidiary alliance. Second, waging war against new states. Okay. Then third one, administering the states directly came under their control. Okay, clear this? Lord Wellesley followed three policies to expand British Empire in India. Which are those three policies? First one, subsidiary alliance policy. Okay, next, waging war against new states, declaring war against newly formed states. Okay, second policy. Then third, administering the states directly come under their control. Okay, ruling the states directly which came under their control. Okay, these three policies followed by Lord Wellesley to expand British Empire in India. Clear this? Who was Lord Wellesley? Lord Wellesley was the Governor General of British in India. Okay, when Lord Wellesley visited India, the expansion of British Empire became very fast. Why? Because in that moment, powerful states of Marathas and Mysore kings had become weak. Okay, so expansion of British Empire become very easy. Okay, then for expanding British Empire in India, Lord Wellesley followed three policies: subsidiary alliance, waging war against new states or declaring war against new states. Next, administering the states directly come under their control. Okay, by using these three policies, Lord Wellesley was successful in expanding British Empire in India. Okay, now we may study about subsidiary alliance. Here, Lord Wellesley brought subsidiary alliance in 1782, okay, with the aim of taking local kings under their control. Okay, Lord Wellesley brought subsidiary alliance in 1798. Why? For the purpose of taking local kings under his control. Okay, for the purpose of controlling local kings. Clear? Okay, but what is subsidiary alliance? Basically, subsidiary alliance is a military protection agreement between the East India Company and the local kings. Okay, subsidiary alliance is a military protection agreement between East India Company and the local kings. Okay, subsidiary alliance is a military protection agreement. Okay, means here local kings had to give protection to British military. Okay, subsidiary alliance is a military protection agreement between East India Company and the local kings. Clear this? Okay. Who brought subsidiary alliance policy into practice? Lord Wellesley. When did he brought this policy into practice? In 1798. Okay. What is subsidiary alliance? Subsidiary alliance is a military protection agreement between East India Company and the local kings. Here, local kings had to give military protection to British military. Clear this? Okay, now we may study about conditions of subsidiary alliance. Very important 3-mark question for exam. Okay. Conditions of subsidiary alliance. What are the conditions of subsidiary alliance? Okay. First, Indian king had to keep British army in his kingdom. Okay. First one, Indian king had to keep British army in his kingdom. Okay. What are the conditions included in subsidiary alliance? First one, Indian king had to keep British army in his kingdom. Okay, not only this, concerned state had to bear the expense of soldiers, expense of army, then wages of soldiers, and had to give revenue lands also. Clear this? Concerned state or related state had to bear the concerned state had to pay the expense of army. Not only this, wages of soldiers or payment of soldiers and give revenue land also. Clear this? Related state have to bear the expense of army. Okay, Indian state had to pay the expense of British army. Not only this, Indian kings had to pay salary to soldiers, British soldiers. Indian kings had to pay salary of British soldiers. Not only this, Indian kings had to give revenue land to British soldiers. Okay, this is the second condition of subsidiary alliance. Third, the king had to have a British resident in his court. Clear this? Indian king had to keep British resident in his court, means British house. Indian king had to keep British house in his court. This is the third condition. Okay, fourth one. King could not appoint any European without the permission of English. Okay, Indian king could not appoint any European without the permission of English. Okay. Without the permission of British, Indian king could not appoint any European. Okay, this is the fourth condition. Then fifth condition, in order to enter into agreement with any Indian states, formation of Governor General was mandatory. Okay, in order to enter agreement with the Indian states, permission of Governor General mandatory. Mandatory means compulsory. Here Indian king had to take permission from a Governor General of British. Who was the Governor General of British? Lord Wellesley. Clear this? If Indian kings they want to enter agreement with any other Indian states, in that moment they must take permission from Governor General Lord Wellesley. Okay, this is the fifth condition. And sixth, in return of all services, company gave protection to Indian states during the time of internal and external attacks or internal or external aggression. Okay, so Indian kings they had to provide all these services to East India Company. In return of these services, East India Company gave protection to these states. Okay, during the time of internal attacks or external attacks. Okay, internal attack means attacks inside the country. Okay, external attack attacks from the outside of the country. Okay, these are all the conditions of subsidiary alliance. Very important 3-mark question for exam. Okay, first one. What is subsidiary alliance? It is a military protection agreement between East India Company and the local kings. According to this agreement, Indian king had to give protection to military of British. Okay, now what are the conditions of subsidiary alliance? First one, Indian king had to keep British army in his kingdom. Okay, compulsorily Indian king must keep British army in his kingdom. Okay, then concerned state bear the expense of army, wages of soldiers and give revenue land also. Okay, dependent state had to pay the expense of army. Okay, dependent state had to pay expenditure of the army. Okay, next wages of soldiers or payment or salary of soldiers and should give revenue land to soldiers. Okay, this is the second condition. Third, the king had to have a British resident in court. Okay, king should keep British house in his court. Okay, third. Next, fourth, king could not appoint any European without the permission of English. Okay, without the permission of English, yeah, king could not appoint any other European. Okay, this is the fourth condition. Next, in order to enter agreement with any Indian states, the permission of Governor General was mandatory. If Indian king want to enter agreement with another Indian state. In that moment, he must take the permission of Governor General Lord Wellesley. It become mandatory. Okay, this is the fifth condition. Next, last one. In return of all these services, company give protection to the state during the time of internal and external aggression. Okay, so Indian kings gave all these services to East India Company. In return of these services, company gave protection to Indian states during the time of internal attacks or external attacks. Okay, these are all the conditions of subsidiary alliance. Clear this? Okay, in this way, English try to take local kings under their control through subsidiary alliance, and expand and maintenance of army also become very easy. But Indian states had to experience severe economic exploitation. So finally, Hyderabad was the first state to agree this agreement. Okay. After Hyderabad, some other states, okay, like Awadh, then Mysore, Tanjavur, Maratha, okay, then Berar and some other states also entered subsidiary alliance. In this way, through subsidiary alliance policy, here English was successful in expanding their empire in India. Clear this? Okay. So, here English try to take control over local kings. Through subsidiary alliance. When Lord Wellesley followed this policy, maintenance of army also become easy. What is the use of this policy? Maintenance of army also is easy. Army also become very easy. But Indian kings experienced severe economic exploitation. Okay, financial condition of Indian kings that become very weak. Why? Indian kings had to pay all expenditure of British army, payment of soldiers, and they must give revenue lands to East India Company. Okay, so financial condition of Indian kings become very weak. Okay, but what happened? Indian kings experienced economic exploitation. Means here economic or financial condition of Indian kings become very weak. They had to spend more money for the expenditure of East India Company. So they had to experience severe economic exploitation. Okay, so finally Hyderabad was the first state to enter this agreement. Which agreement? Subsidiary alliance. Very important question. One more. Which state entered subsidiary alliance for the first time. Okay, which state? Hyderabad. Hyderabad was the first state to enter subsidiary alliance. After Hyderabad, some other states like Awadh, Mysore, then Tanjavur, then Maratha, then Berar, and some other states also entered into this agreement. Which agreement? Subsidiary alliance agreements. Okay, in this way, by this cunning policy, this subsidiary alliance, it is considered as cunning or cheating policy of British or East India Company. This policy was introduced by Lord Wellesley in India. Why? For the expansion of British Empire. In this way, British was successful in expanding their empire in India. Okay. We may study about Second Anglo-Maratha War. Took place between 1803 to 1805. 2 years war. What was the main cause of Second Anglo-Maratha War? There are 4 chieftains among the Marathas. Okay, there are 4 chieftains or leaders among the Marathas. Who are those? First one, Holkar. Second one, Scindia. Third one, Gwalior. And fourth one, Bhonsle. Okay, but there is no unity between these 4 chieftains or these 4 leaders. Okay, difference of opinion among these 4 chieftains. This was the main cause of Second Anglo-Maratha War. Okay, what is the main cause of Second Anglo-Maratha War? Difference among the Maratha chieftains. Difference of opinion between Maratha leaders or Maratha chieftains was the main cause of Second Anglo-Maratha War. Later what happened? Enmity developed between 2 families. Okay, first Yashwantrao of Holkar and Daulatrao of Scindia. Okay, enmity developed between 2 families or 2 leaders. Okay, first one Yashwantrao of Holkar family. Okay, then Daulatrao of Scindia family. Family against Balaji Rao II. Okay, enmity developed between 2 Maratha leaders. Okay, one Yashwantrao of Holkar family, then Daulatrao of Scindia family against Balaji Rao II. Okay, here both wanted to establish control over Balaji Rao II. Okay, both Yashwantrao of Holkar family and Daulatrao of Scindia family, they wanted to establish control over Balaji Rao II. Who was Balaji Rao II? He was the son of Raghunath Rao. Son of Raghunath Rao or Raghoba. Son of Raghoba. Okay, so finally what happened? Armies of Holkar defeated armies of Scindia and Balaji Rao II. Okay, what is the result of that? Armies of Holkar defeated armies of Scindia and Balaji Rao II. Okay, who becomes strong in this war? Armies of Holkar. Okay, armies of Holkar defeated the armies of Scindia and Balaji Rao II. Okay, in this moment, Balaji Rao II, he got upset. Upset by this, he appealed to British for help. Okay, yeah, Balaji Rao II, he appealed to British for help. Okay, here Balaji Rao II, he requested help from British. Okay, why did he appeal to British? Because armies of Holkar defeated the armies of Scindia and Balaji Rao II. So Balaji Rao II requested help from British. Clear this? Okay. First one, who are the four chieftains among the Marathas? Holkar, Scindia, Gwalior and Bhonsle. Okay. What was the main reason for second Anglo-Maratha war? Difference among the Maratha chieftains or difference of opinion among the Maratha chieftains was the main cause of second Anglo-Maratha war. Later what happened? Enmity developed between two leaders. Okay, two Maratha leaders. One Yashwant Rao of Holkar and Daulat Rao of Scindia. Okay, between whom? Between Balaji Rao II. Okay, what happened at the end of this enmity? Here, armies of Holkar defeated the armies of Scindia and Balaji Rao. Okay, Balaji Rao II. Okay, in this moment, Balaji Rao II, he got full upset. Later, he appealed to British for help. Clear this? Okay, why did Balaji II appealed to the British for help? What is the answer? Because armies of Holkar defeated the armies of Scindia and Balaji Rao II. Okay, that's why Balaji Rao II requested help from British. Clear this? Okay. Next, what happened? Here, who was the Governor General of India at that time? Lord Wellesley. Okay, he was the Governor General of that time. Okay, finally, Lord Wellesley, he got an opportunity. Okay, to interfere in the affairs of Marathas. Okay, he felt this is the right time to attack on Marathas. Okay, here Balaji Rao II request help from British. So Lord Wellesley, he was the Governor General of British. He got opportunity. To interfere or meddle with the affairs. Okay, affairs of Marathas. Okay, Lord Wellesley got a chance to interfere in the activities of Marathas. he felt it is the right time to made attack on Marathas. Okay, so when Balaji Rao II requested help from British, then Lord Wellesley he kept one condition in front of him. What is that condition? If we want to give help to you, you must agree our policy of subsidiary alliance. Okay. When Balaji Rao II request help from British, then Lord Wellesley kept one condition in front of Balaji Rao II. What is that condition? If if we need to give help to you, you must agree our policy of subsidiary alliance. Okay, finally what happened? Balaji Rao II entered into subsidiary alliance. Balaji Rao II. Balaji Rao II entered subsidiary alliance. How? By accepting the Treaty of Bassein. Okay, he agreed for Treaty of Bassein. Okay, by agreeing the Treaty of Bassein, Balaji Rao II entered agreement with the Lord Wellesley. Okay, he also agreed for subsidiary alliance policy. Okay, but what happened? Other Maratha chieftains, okay, though they don't like this. Okay, other Maratha chieftains opposed this. Okay, who are those Maratha chieftains? First one Gwalior, next Holkar and Bhonsle. Okay, they opposed this policy. Okay, already Balaji Rao II okay entered into subsidiary policy by agreeing the Treaty of Bassein. Okay, but other three Maratha chieftains they don't like this, so they oppose this policy, and these three Maratha leaders decided to fight with the British. Okay, so they decided to fight with the British, but Wellesley defeated armies of Maratha chieftains from 1803 to 1805. Okay, he engaged in a continuous wars. Okay, Wellesley he defeated the armies of Maratha chieftains. Okay, he engaged in war from 1803 to 1805. Okay, but what happened? He got success in the war. But his war toastness, it increased the financial burden on the company. Okay, he want to do war. Okay, he want to do continuous war. It has no limit. But his war toastness, it increased the financial burden on the company. Okay, his war toastness increased the financial burden on company. Okay, treasury become emptied. Okay, financial condition of East India Company fully weakened. Okay, why? Lord Wellesley spent more money for war. Okay, so finally what happened? Here, Lord Wellesley, he was criticized for his policy. Okay, Wellesley criticized or he was insulted for his policy. Okay, finally what happened? He gave resign to his post and returned to England. Okay, he resigned for his post and returned England. Clear? Later, up, later, this resulted in a peace in the country or peace in the region. Clear this? Okay, here Wellesley defeated the homework from today's lesson. Who implemented subsidiary alliance? In which year? List the conditions of subsidiary alliance. Why did Peshwa Balaji Rao appealed to the Peshwa for help? Why did Robert Clive resigned for his post and returned to England? Name the first state entered the policy of subsidiary alliance. Next, which treaty ended first Anglo-Maratha War? Name the states entered subsidiary policy. What was the main cause of Second Anglo-Maratha War. Along with this homework, you have to study remaining 8 long answer questions. Okay, thank you students.